Yo, what's going on? It's Jay, back with another video. I know it's been a minute. We're here today at the auction. It's a state-only auction. That means all the vehicles that are going up for sale are they were state-owned. So they're going up for sale now. So we're going to be able to auction on these vehicles. I looked at the list earlier today, and it's about like 100 and something vehicles that are going up. So our goal today is to possibly leave with 2 cars, hopefully, depending on what's going on. So I know the car market is like crazy right now. So hopefully we can get, something, reasonable. So we got like a $5,000 budget. So hopefully that'd be, good enough to, grab a few things. They put up the auction list from last month, and it showed like what sold and what it sold for. So I think we were pretty much in a good standing right now to probably try to grab some good things depending on what happens. But I'm optimistic. So also later on in this video, I'm gonna give y'all updates on what happened with the other 2 flip cars. Both of those sold, so I'm just gonna give a little backstory on that. I know it's been a while. They sold like a while ago, but I've been busy with other stuff and I haven't really been able to do any of these things. So this is also my first time being at this auction, so I don't know if filming is allowed. If it is, I'll show y'all, the process and all this other stuff. Not only is this my first time being at this auction, but it's my first time doing an auction, period. So, y'all get to, go through this experience with me. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I just got here. Just did the registration and stuff like that. So I should have got here a little bit earlier so I could start previewing some of the stuff, start looking at it. But this is something I'm gonna try to definitely put my money in on if I could get it. It's a work truck, and I know there's a great market for this. This shit is fucking filthy, but it runs. No lights on the dash. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. All right, there it is. So it's gonna definitely need a cleanup, but it's not bad. Now the book said it only has 98,000 miles on it, so hopefully we have a winner. But I know about looking at the past auction and the prices. Trucks go for a lot of money, and for some reason these Impalas have been going for a lot of money, like crazy money, for what, like I don't think it's worth what they was getting on that last auction. So we're gonna check some more things out, and I got about 30 minutes before the auction starts, so hopefully we can look at some more things before it actually starts. This Impala is one I'm definitely going to be trying to get my hands on too. This one's a lot nicer than the other ones. The only light on the dash is tire sensor monitor, but that's regular for GM cars. They always have tire sensor issues. My G8 has a tire sensor thing on now. It's just a bad sensor, so that's an easy fix. This one has 94,000 miles on it, so I know this one's gonna get like into a bidding war. This Fusion is also pretty nice too. These wheels, they don't look curved, but look like they just need to be cleaned. It's got 101,000 miles on it. Yeah, just need a cleaning, but air works, which is good because today is going to be the hottest day of the year so far. So we're going to see what else we can look at. This is a Dodge Ram. This thing is done up, 167,000 miles, but probably might do some numbers, but it's all beat up by all these work trucks now. This is what I'm really trying to get my hands on. This is when I went through the list, this was the first thing that popped up to my mind, was this truck. So I think it's yeah, it's another. Damn, these things is filthy. But you know, it's a work truck, so I don't expect it to be. You know, they don't clean these things for work they do to them, but definitely want to try to put in for this too. So we'll see what happens. But I know this is gonna go for like a lot of money. LS V8. It's a 5.3. But we'll see what else. This is a Chevy Uplander. Damn, this just says no brakes. It only has 30. I think that's 34,000 or is it 129,000 miles. Minivans usually do good, but I'm not buying nothing with no brakes. And see, key, nothing, no click, no nothing. So definitely gonna stay away from that. This would be something I'd be interested in. It's a Pontiac, you know, I'm in the Pontiacs. It's a Grand Prix, but not only is it a Grand Prix, it is the GXP, the highest trim that you can get for these cars. It has a 5.3 LS4 in it. So this would be definitely something I'd be into. Only has 115,000 miles. Only problem is it don't start. So can't do nothing that don't start because we don't know what's wrong with it. Could be a bad engine, could be just be something that's a dead battery. But I don't want to take the risk, so we might have to stay away from this one. Chevy Silverado, same 5.3 V8. These work trucks just be beat. But the air works. It'll need a good cleaning. Now here's something that's familiar. Crown Vic. You already know how I do with these. Same like that town car has, same engine. Ooh, yeah, don't like that. Can't do nothing with this. That's gonna need a whole new door. And I mean, it runs, but can't do nothing with that door now. Expedition. I'm not messing with this. If it's that 5.4, I don't know if it's the 2 valve or 3 valve, but I'm not taking no risk on it. Them 5.4s always blow up, so we'll leave that alone. Got more. This might be something too. This is a SS. Impala SS. Is it running? Oh, it's running. I don't know if it got an exhaust on it or. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to put in for this one. Yeah, this is an SS. I'm definitely probably going to put in for this. 98,000 miles. Just gonna run up. Sound like I got an exhaust and everything. Now Excursion. It has that 5.4. I don't know if I want to mess with it. 197,000 miles. If this was the diesel, we'd probably be looking at something, but especially how gas prices is right now, it probably ain't and it don't got the third row seat in it, so got another Crown Vic. I don't know, but the auction about to start. Said we gotta get in line up, so but that SS already know it's gonna. You're looking at it, sound like it got like an exhaust on it, so that one's already gonna That one's already going to do numbers. You can hear it in the background. This one already going to do numbers. So I'm going to see if we can get it. But I already know we're going to be in the bidding war. We're seeing this one on the list. I think this is a 05 Tahoe. Same 5.3. The good thing about this 5.3 is this was pre-DOD. So that was before that DOD active fuel management thing where they turn off 4 of the cylinders while you're cruising and save gas. Good idea, but at the time it blows up the engine. So that's the one. This was before they started doing that with these engines. But this thing is not the best. The seats all the way in the back are all taken up. 200-something thousand. The miles don't scare me. It's just really just the condition, because you know we're in a business to try to resell things, and that just seems like it's going to be too much work for the hassle. So we'll see what else. Now I don't know about these passenger vans. I know it's a good market for them. Is this open? Yeah, it's open. Oh no, hell no! But you see that? The rust done went through the floor. You can actually see the bottom of the pavement. Oh yeah, this is a no-go. You lost your mind. That should just be scrapped at this point. I don't even know why it's even running through. This one. Oh no, we can't even use this. This one ain't be practical. I knew there was a reason why I wasn't even looking at these vans, and they just showing me why. This is something else that caught my attention when I looked at the list. Now, you don't get no pictures of it. You don't really, get anything else. But I'm like, all right, it's a retro. It's a 92 Chevy Astro van, but this thing is done up. It don't have all the seats. It only has 89,000 miles. Not gonna do it. Not even gonna look at it. If you're hearing this noise, that's coming from this Prius. It sounds like but it's an electric hybrid car. So, which is crazy is because when I walked in, there was a Prius up at the beginning of the auction when I walked in and it was making that same noise. I thought it was another truck that was in front of it that was making the noise, but it was that was making the noise. But no go, not doing it. So we're still in the auction house, waiting for the auction to start. It's already 9:20, so it should have started already, but it looks like it's about to start. So So I was looking through a lot of the cars out here today, and I see why those Impalas are bringing in those type of money. they're the best conditioned cars in the whole auction. So we'll see if we can get that one we showed earlier. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know, guys. The Impala I wanted sold for $5K. That was my whole budget. The truck I wanted sold for $12K. It's gonna be a long day. We're gonna see if we're gonna get something. Fingers crossed. Well, guys, the auction pretty much is finished up. A lot of cars went through today, and it was starting to look like we wasn't going to get anything. Everything was going all crazy. Sorry? Yeah. I bet. But yeah, it was looking like we wasn't gonna get anything. Everything was just going like crazy prices, but I'll get into that later. I'm gonna show y'all what we got. Remember that Grand Prix I showed you earlier in the video? Yeah, we got it. I know I said I wasn't gonna bid on it because it didn't start, but I'm assuming it just had a dead battery. 115,000 miles. Seats are in pretty good shape. This is a little rough on the outside, but overall everything is in good shape for the most part now. I know it wasn't running before because it was a dead battery, so let's see if it let's do the test and see if it starts. So now I wish this one had the sunroof, but it doesn't. But Oh shit. We got life. We got life, y'all. We got check engine light, so see what that's all about. Let's see if the air works. Let's see. It's hot. It's super hot out here. From what I'm seeing, we're not getting any air conditioning, so that sucks. I'm so used to my other Pontiac. I was looking for the window switches in the middle, but windows work. Windows work. Let's see what we. We're moving. So, yeah. Of course, the air doesn't work on the hottest day of the year, but beggars can't be choosers. So hopefully, it just need a recharge, and that'll be it. But driving okay. So far so good. Just driving okay. Hopefully it's just a recharge. I'll have to come back and with my code scanner. I didn't bring my code scanner. And we'll see what this check engine light is. But we'll get back to y'all in a minute. Yeah, guys, so we got the car. It's a 2006 Pontiac Grand Prix GXP. It's the highest trim level you can get for that car. Now, I bought it for $3,200. I think I can probably maybe get 5 out of it on a good day. You gotta see what that check engine light is about. We gotta see what the air conditioner is doing. So hopefully it's just a recharge and we can get that working. Worst case scenario would be a compressor, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully check engine stuff isn't nothing major. Like I said, I got my scan tool. I'll come in and I'll check it out later. But I'm pretty much done for today. Tried to get 2 cars, only got 1. Everything was just crazy overpriced. That Impala that had 94,000 miles that I showed y'all sold for $5,000. The truck, which one? The F-250 sold for like $7,000, and then I think it was a GMC. That one sold for $12,000. So I felt like I was a little unprepared with, some of the stuff. I let a couple things go that I think I could have won on. There was this minivan I think I could have got that sold for cheap, but it wasn't too much cheap stuff that went. Most of the stuff went for like thousands of dollars, and the stuff that did go cheap, you could see why it went cheap. It was all busted up, and a lot of thing is, especially with these state vehicles, any vehicles that be parked anywhere for a period of time, that be like in a yard or anything. There's been like people going out there stealing the catalytic converters off these cars. So a lot of things ran through with no catalytic converters and still sold for, thousands of dollars. Because, to replace catalytic converters, depending on the car, they're not cheap. So all of the Priuses that went through today had their cats stolen. All the minivans had their cats stolen. Yo, the craziest thing I've probably seen today, that passenger van I showed y'all earlier, that had the holes in the floor and it was rusted through the bottom, sold for $5,000. Like, you can't make this stuff up, man. This stuff is like going like crazy, but I'm happy with what we got. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have, you know, any more of those issues that we had with the first, like with the town car. You know, any surprise issues or anything that's becomes like major, but it shifts fine. It drives fine for the most part, so I'm just assuming the check engine light might be something minor, hopefully. But updates on those cars. The 2000 Toyota Camry that I had, I sold that probably like maybe a month and a half. No, it's probably been like almost 2 months. Yeah, I know I've been slacking on, you know, doing these videos, but it sold 2 months ago to this dude who's actually from Chicago. He was moving out to PA and he was driving his truck here, and he got to, I forget how far he said he was, but he was like maybe like 4 or 5 hours out, and his truck just died. Like, I don't know what happened to him. He said his truck just died, so he was looking for another car. Came across my ad I posted on Facebook, and we settled for 2,500, which is what I bought the car for originally. So it ended up being kind of like a wash. Rather that than a loss, even though some people say breaking even is still a loss. But I didn't really do too much to it. There's some work that I did with the hood, with the paint that my boy Dev did. Shout out to him. He didn't charge me anything for it. So I'll let y'all see a little bit of the process on that with this little clip right here. Yeah, so I know I said there was a clip of, you know, the work that we did to the hood for the Toyota Camry, but it accidentally got deleted, so I don't have the clip to show y'all, so sorry about that. Yeah, so I really wasn't in it for anything else other than what I bought it for, so it ended up being a wash. I know before I had made a deal to sell it for $3,000 with my girlfriend's brother, but that deal kind of went through, so the potential profit kind of pretty much left. And with the town car, again, I had a lot of unforeseen issues and ended up being in it for about like 28.5, and I ended up selling it for about like 2,500. So I took a hit on that one because I've had the car for about like 4 months, and I was just ready to get rid of it. You know, one thing I've learned about doing like this thing, so like this car flipping thing so far, is people hit you with a lot of like BS. Like, I've never been like dealing with so much BS like ever in my life, man. People sit there and they lowball you, which is normal, but you have people sitting there and then want you to call, and then you talking to the people on the phone, and then they don't even end up coming and even see the car. Like, I had this one dude want me to call him for whatever reason. I'm like, bro, what you want me to call you for? So I was like, whatever, let's see what happens. I called him. We talked about the car. He said he was going to come. We set up a date. Dude never showed up, never hit me back. Then like a month later, hits me back like, hey man, you still got the car? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm set up another date. Still didn't show up. So he ended up hitting me again, but I just ended up ignoring him because I don't got time for people who like BS. And I had this one dude sit there, and this was for the Camry, hit me up and said that he was on his way to, you know, meet me up to come see it, and never showed up. Like, people is like real weird like nowadays. Like, if you're not gonna show, just say you're not gonna show. Like, don't have me sitting around waiting around for you to show up and then not show up or not even say anything. Like, a lot of people is weird, and that's one of the things I learned about this business, is you're dealing with a lot of weirdos and people that sit there and talk to you and, you know, say that they're interested and all this other stuff. You do all this talking and back and forth and messaging and negotiating all this other stuff just for them to not show up. So that was the one thing that I came across during this. And, you know, I've dealt with, it's usually a lot of the weirdos that, well, it's a lot from Facebook too, but I was using this other app called OfferUp to sell the car, and there's a lot of weirdos on there too. So, but I think I'm gonna leave OfferUp like alone. There's just too much BS that they want you to like do to try to sell your car, and then they be restricting your account for whatever reason. Then they want you to pay for a certain amount of, like, your first car is like free, and I think you can do one every month, but if you do any more, you gotta pay. So Facebook is like free, it's free listing. So I think I'm just gonna stick with Facebook for now and see what happens. I really wanted that truck, that GMC, but 12,000, that's just way out of way out of my price range right now. And even if like it kind of eats up like whatever profit, because I was looking up and doing like, you know, trying to get the value on those things for the year and the mileage they was bringing in about like $15,000. So I mean, granted, at $3 grand is probably a great profit margin, but that's if you get it, you know. So the next video, I'll go through the car, do the breakdown of everything, check the, you know, check engine light, see what that's all about, and all the other stuff, and then, you know, that'll be the next video that comes out. But you know, I'm gonna thank you guys for checking in, tuning in. This is Jay. Catch y'all next time. Peace.